Welcome back to S.WigginsTV. I'm your host, Worldwide Wiggins. And you are now watching Forgotten Hoods of LA Season 5 finale. The faux Trey Hoovers was way more prevalent in the 70s and 80s. When you say 716 Hoover, you automatically add faux Trey into the equation. Because when you add up all the numbers, the Hoover Streets in the one equation, including faux Trey, you get 716. Faux Trey Hoovers was on the hood legends like Judah Bean, who even when he had blammers pointed at him and had just gotten to an altercation, stood his ground, talking shh with no fear, and went out in complete bravery. Faux Trey Hoover's territory is basically where the dark side 40s is at now. No disrespect to the Hoovers, man. I'm just, they turf used to go from Vernon to King and from Fig to Vermont. But here's a jewel that some people may not know. The faux Trey Hoovers are very deep out of state in places like Florida, Alabama, Arkansas, all the little southern states. But not only that, you still got OGs in prison pushing faux Trey Hoovers and probably done some recruiting in there over the years. Kelly Park Hustler. Eazy-E is my favorite rapper. Not lyric-wise, because, he's not really lyrical. And Drexta and Ice Cube wrote all his lyrics. But as far as like his persona, his sense of humor, and his hustle/business savvy, to me, is unmatched. He was the original rap mogul. He financed NWA independently and made millions. Jay-Z, Bad Boy, Death Row, Master P and all that. And Free C Murder, though. If it wasn't for Eazy, none of them dudes would have existed. He was the original D-boy that said, you know what, I'm for the transition, from the dope gang, to the music gang. Real talk. He's the original, homie. A lot of people don't give him his credit, They're homies. In an interview with Vlad TV, BG Knockout and Drexta, who were both signed to Eazy-E's Ruthless Records and both appeared on the hit single Real Cop to City G, spoke on Eazy-E being a part of the Kelly Park Hustler Crip.
Was Eazy a Crip?
Yeah.
He was. Okay.
Actually, what a lot of people don't understand is that like a lot of neighborhoods, some neighborhoods started off as hustlers. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And the Eazy neighborhood where he grew up in started off as a hustler neighborhood. I have a lot of cousins from that neighborhood. You know what I mean? So it was a transition from hustlers to, and my first gang, I was a hustler. That's what we call ourselves, young hustlers. So it's just a transition that was made when certain gangs decided, okay, we're not gonna be hustling no more, we're gonna start cripping. Because it was money involved and other things going on. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Shouts out to Kelly Park, man. They transitioned from being one of the hustler cribs in Compton to one of the most dangerous, smaller hoods in Compton. They rock green rags to this day as well. Here's something interesting. They got a hustler crib that was founded by black members of a Latino gang, the La Mirada Locos in East Hollywood. This hood is called the La Mirada Hustler Crib. It actually came to be in the early 90s. They a smaller hood as far as numbers go and pretty much exist in the same turf as the La Mirada Locos, but they go from Vermont to Hoover Street and from around Fountain to Melrose. Now, to my knowledge, Since the blacks broke off and started their own set, one would assume the La Mirada Locos wouldn't really take too kindly to that and would actually try to push them out. But as far as I know, they cool. And you know, they share the same enemies, and it's pretty much it's a beautiful thing. Black and brown working together, for sure. On the west side, they already got 103 Hard Time Hustlers just before the freeway near Century and Grand or Flower Avenue over there by the Denver Lanes. But did you guys know it was another 103 Hard Time Hustlers? They used to be from between Dinker and Normandy, which would be considered UGs, you know, underground hood right now. They even have 102 Hard Time Hustlers. They even have 101 Hard Time Hustlers. A lot of people don't know that, bruh. And if you smart, you know where I got this information from. 88 Hard Times is the original Hard Time Hustler set, hands down. But it eventually spread all the way down to the Hunters. And if you're not familiar with where they was at the Hunters, this all from Westmont to just before the border of Inglewood, between like Century and like 108th. Wiggins, why you put 40 Avalons on here? That ain't no forgotten hood. We know about them. Well, sure. A lot of people don't. A lot of people, you know, they always talk about Vitre, 88 and all that. Avalons, to my knowledge, is one of the hoods that if you from one of them, you from all of them. They got that unity going. They push the 0386 and the O represents the 40s. Let me take this time to give a shout out to Cartoon 1 from Eastside Avalon. I appreciate you, big bro. You know what I'm saying? Looking out for me. And truth be told, besides the day one supporters, you know what I'm saying, my Wixters out there, my views went up double because you co-signed my channel. And I ain't ashamed to say it. Happy New Year, OG. Blessings, OB, baby. We gonna work on some things in the future for sure. Now, I've been beginning to do a lot of LA hoods that's surrounded by enemies. And when I do, 40 Avalon's gotta make the list. They surrounded by photos, Vitre, Offer Crime Bloods, 30 Paul Rules, and even Vario 41st Street that allegedly, you know, kind of share some of their turf. You got to give 40 Avalons they respect, man. They push a hard line, man, and they still here, recruiting little homies even years later. Salute. The 456 Olive Parus is pretty much the premier Paru set in Pomona. Taking into consideration, you know, the argument of Parus and Bloods is not the same. Before them, though, you had a hood called a Montclair Paru. Even though they didn't last too long, I still think they was worth an honorable mention. Because they came out, you know, around the 80s, roughly. And we all know, if you had the nuts to go gangbanging in that era, you had to be with the business. For sure. There's a small section of Panorama City in the San Gabriel Valley area that, if not today, at least was once claimed by the E-Dub Bloods. Shouts out to Shannon from Rolling 20 Neighborhood Bloods. He's the originator of EWF, aka Every Woman's Fantasy, a PTSD hood which was created in high school and eventually transformed into something bigger. But strangely enough, when I did an interview with Shannon, the founder of EWF, last year, he said that EWF was not intended to be Bloods. They more like an independent black rag gang. This sparked a little confusion and small controversy, seeing as how EW also had monikers like EW Gangsta Bloods and Hillside Gangsta Bloods, and are even clicked up with a small reputable Damu hood out there in the San Gabriel Valley called Liggett Street Gangsta Bloods. In any case, this hood runs from Chase Street to Roscoe Boulevard and from Woodman to Van Nuys Boulevard. I understand, rules change, leaders change, and all that, so I get it. It's cool. If we travel back in time and ask some of the OGs who was in the hub at the time, you would hear him give an account of some of the Santa Fe Mafia, of some of the Santa Fe Crips out in Compton. It was rumored that a significant amount of them turned Santana Block Compton Crip. But y'all let me know. Let's get some concrete info going. But what we can confirm for a fact, they got a Santa Fe Springs Mafia Crip hood in Santa Fe Springs, California. This is over there, past Bellflower, Norwalk, far east, South LA. As usual, like other Mafia Crips, they wear gold rags. They hood go from Florence Avenue, and this is not the same Florence as South Central. We in the Fulton Wells area. They go from Florence Avenue to Telegraph Road, and from the 605 freeway borderline to around Pioneer Street. It's not really any other Bloods, Parus, or Crips in that area. They have had frictions with the Latino hoods in the area. Out of respect, I won't mention which ones. Alright, man, that's the season finale. We wrapping it up. Season 6 coming soon, and we gonna switch it up a little bit, man. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, man. And hit me up, man. I'm out of here.